Meet the most capable CR-V Honda has ever dreamed of. The all-new CR-V Trail Sport Hybrid. With all-terrain tires and available enhanced traction control, it's built for wherever the day takes you. Heated front seats and a heated steering wheel, ideal for winter drives and crisp early starts. And with generous cargo space, it's ready for big gear and even bigger getaways. The CR-V Trail Sport Hybrid. Learn more at honda.com/CRV.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon's Blink Video Doorbell. Get more at your door with the easy-to-install Blink Video Doorbell. Get more connections.
Hey, I'm here for our first date.
More deliveries.
Hi, I have tacos for two.
Oh, thanks. We'll be right down. And more memories.
Babe, come down. I have a surprise.
All new Blink Video Doorbell with 2-year battery, head-to-toe HD view, and simple setup. Shop now at amazon.com/blink for just $69.99.
Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Got a car to sell but no time to waste? Hop on to Carvana.com to get a real offer for your car in seconds. All you have to do is enter your license plate, answer a few quick questions, and if you accept the offer, Carvana will pay you as soon as you hand the keys over. They even offer same-day pickup in many cities. Save your time, score some cash, and sell your car the convenient way to Carvana. Pickup times vary. Fees may apply.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku. And it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
This episode is brought to you by Polestar. There's only one true way to experience the all-electric luxury SUV Polestar 3, and that's to take a test drive. It can go from 0 to 60 in as little as 4.8 seconds with the dynamic handling of a sports car. But to truly understand how it commands the road, you need to be behind the wheel. Up to 350 miles of range, the 3D surround sound system by Bowers & Wilkins. It's all something you have to experience to believe. So book your test drive for Polestar 3 today at polestar.com.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it. Guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Providing steady guidance in uncertain times. What employees need from leaders. Abstract. The COVID-19 pandemic has ushered in a period of significant uncertainty for businesses and their employees. As organizations navigated lockdowns, remote work transitions, and economic volatility, looking to their leaders for stability, direction and support during this ambiguous and changing time when effective leadership is most critical. While the specific needs of employees in an environment of prolonged uncertainty have not been fully addressed, this article explores key leadership behaviors and practices that can bolster employee morale, engagement and well-being during turbulent times based on guiding principles of transparency, empathy, and a long-term vision that will best position leaders to weather uncertainty. Specifically, research suggests employees need clarity and communication through frequent, transparent updates, psychological safety and support addressing well-being, resilience, and pressure points. Meaningful work and growth connecting responsibilities to purpose and fostering development. and collaboration and teamwork through designated teams solving problems and preventing isolation. The article provides targeted recommendations such as regular all-hands meetings, central information channels, frequent check-ins, establishing counseling resources, assessing workload priorities, articulating organizational purpose, rotational assignments, cross-functional task forces, and virtual team building. Industry examples illustrate specific strategies like increased communications in tech, manager, walkarounds, in hospitality, banking course subsidies, retailers' rapid response teams, and appreciation gestures in utilities. In conclusion, effectively guiding employees through prolonged uncertainty depends upon leaders upholding principles of transparency, empathy, and vision while attending to the crucial needs of clarity, safety, purpose, and togetherness to strengthen organizational resilience through challenging times. The COVID-19 pandemic has ushered in a period of significant uncertainty for businesses and their employees. As organizations navigated lockdowns, remote work transitions, and economic volatility, employees look to their leaders for stability, direction, and support. Research confirms that effective leadership is perhaps most critical during times of ambiguity and change, Avolio et al. 2009. However, the specific needs of employees in an environment of prolonged uncertainty have not been fully addressed. Today, we will explore key leadership behaviors and practices that can bolster employee morale.
Brace the rudder! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Rated T for teen. Each year, thousands of adults lose their shred. It's an epidemic simply known as shred loss. But it doesn't have to be this way. Because rekindling your shred is as easy as playing the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. With new parks, cross-platform multiplayer, and sick new game modes, we can put an end to shred loss everywhere. Get the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 and show the world that the shred's not dead. Pre-order Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 and play the Foundry demo.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Engagement and well-being during turbulent times. Guiding principles for leading through uncertain times before delving into specific recommendations. There are a few overarching principles that should guide leaders seeking to stabilize their organizations and empower their employees. Research suggests leaders who uphold transparency, empathy, and a long-term vision will be best positioned to weather uncertainty. Transparency. Being open and honest about challenges and uncertainties facing the business is vital to building trust. Groisberg and Slind. 2012. While complete transparency is not always possible, leaders must communicate challenges and changes candidly to the greatest degree feasible. Transparency fosters understanding and engagement from employees during difficult periods. Empathy. Showing care, concern, and compassion for employees navigating personal and professional upheaval engenders loyalty. George. 2003. Empathetic leaders understand challenges from others' perspectives and acknowledge hardship without judgment. They create psychologically safe environments where people feel supported, bringing whole selves to work. Long-term vision. Providing a renewed sense of purpose and optimism for the future can re-energize employees during times of disruption. Avolio et al. 2009. Rather than dwelling on present difficulties, effective leaders articulate a compelling longer-term vision and strategy to motivate people through challenging transitions. With these guiding tenets in mind, the following sections outline specific needs organizations should aim to meet through leadership during uncertainty based on empirical research evidence. Targeted recommendations and examples then illustrate how to operationalize these strategies. Employee needs in uncertain times: clarity and communication during periods of ambiguity. Continual communication from leaders is indispensable for fostering understanding and containing anxiety. Cummings and Worley. 2015. Employees need frequent, transparent updates on overall direction, evolving priorities, and timelines. Regular company-wide meetings, written updates, and one-on-one check-ins provide outlets to disseminate information and gather input. For example, many technology firms increased all-hands meetings and email communications as remote work began. Psychological safety and support. Prolonged stress negatively impacts well-being, productivity and retention. Kira et al. 2010. Leaders must attend to psychological and emotional needs by cultivating safety to share concerns freely without judgment. Edmondson. 1999. Encouraging work-life balance, flexible schedules, and mental health resources bolsters resilience. Leaders should actively solicit feedback and address sources of tension to alleviate pressure points. Meaningful work and growth, when the future remains cloudy. Connecting day-to-day responsibilities to a larger purpose enhances motivation. Pratt and Ashforth. 2003. Leaders give work meaning by highlighting connections between roles and strategic priorities. They further nurture engagement through coaching, stretch assignments, and skills training to foster development despite uncertainty. Collaboration and teamwork. Isolating effects diminish during crises through social cohesion. Hutton and Gates. 2020. Leaders foster cooperation across functions and levels by designating teams of teams to solve critical problems collaboratively. Cross-training provisions allow flexing support where most needed. Leaders ensure virtual and remote ways of working do not fracture social bonds vital for productivity and care. Implementing strategies for employee support. The following sections provide targeted recommendations and industry examples for how leaders can put the above principles and strategies into action to support employee needs in uncertain times. Clarity and communication. Schedule regular all-hands meetings to share organization updates. Receive questions and acknowledge challenges candidly in a spirit of partnership. Designate a central intranet page or communication channel as the sole source of official company information to reduce confusion from informal sources. Conduct frequent informal check-ins with direct reports via video calls to maintain transparent two-way dialogue and gauge sentiment. In hospitality, many hotel brands increased manager walkarounds to connect with remote staff. Psychological safety and support. Establish employee assistance programs with counseling resources and emphasize their confidentiality to encourage utilization without stigma. Routinely assess workload priorities and redistribute work selectively as needed to prevent burnout. Many professional services firms rotated demanding client projects to maintain wellness. Lead by example, embracing flexible work arrangements and periodically disabling email after hours to model recharging behaviors. Consider compressing workweeks at some manufacturers to provide longer weekends. Meaningful work and growth. Articulate a higher purpose for the organization's efforts and explicitly link business units' contributions. For example, healthcare organizations underscored frontline staff members' life-saving impacts. Implement rotational assignments, stretch projects, and skills workshops to foster development despite uncertainty about the future. Many banks offered subsidized courses for displaced employees. Regularly recognize and reward employees showcasing core values through informal and formal means to reinforce a culture of meaning, purpose and appreciation. Collaboration and teamwork designate cross-functional task forces to solve critical priorities and share learnings organization-wide. Some retailers formed rapid response teams solving supply chain issues collaboratively. Implement virtual team-building activities and social events to foster camaraderie. An automaker organized virtual potlucks and talent shows. Proactively mitigate isolation effects for remote and frontline teams through one-on-one check-ins, video calls, and symbolic gestures of appreciation. A utility increased holiday gift baskets and thank you notes for field technicians. Leading into an uncertain future. In conclusion, effectively guiding employees through uncertainty rests upon leaders upholding principles of transparency, empathy, and vision. Research indicates certain needs especially demand attention, clarity through communication, psychological safety and support, finding purpose and growth opportunities despite ambiguity. Fostering collaboration also sustains motivation and care for one another. While the challenges of leading amidst turbulence remain profound, targeted strategies informed by empirical evidence can strengthen resilience within organizations. Looking ahead, leaders who continue cultivating trust, well-being, and shared purpose will be best positioned to empower their people through whatever uncertainties may come.